Battery's off. Where's the big impact? Behind you. Thanks. See if I'm getting a good shot. Knock it out. Oh, that makes life a lot easier. Alright. So what I do is, alright, both want to come out, that's fine. But I try to like to separate it. I'll take this off first. And then what I do is, you see, you look at the gasket and you make sure you put it exactly the same way. So you see how it's open at the top and then it has a restricted hole at the bottom. So you look at that, see, and then it's got the lip at the bottom too. So you make sure all that goes back together the exact same way. Jordan could open the spacer box and see if it needs to put a plug in the spacer. And make sure you put everything back exactly how it comes off. Yep. So it's open at the top. I forgot the gloves. Fuck. Alright, this could... I need a zip tie it over here or something. That will work. So close towards the front. It's always good to know what you're doing. You always take a picture if you can't remember. So what I would do, I'll just take a picture so I know. Close is facing the front of the engine. Can't make any mistakes, you know. Yeah, but this exhaust definitely needs to be changed. So yeah, it's the same size. Yeah, tall exhaust on this engine. That face is done. That looks good. That's the thing there. Did it come with a new one in the box? Which it should. Let's put the new one in as I take off. Jordan. It's not a good idea to use the impact on the engine block. That's a rookie move. Don't do that one. Crack it free first. Don't want to drill out any bolts today. See, it's free. Not worth any headaches later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Alright, that's everyone. All cracked free. Yep, crack them free first. Don't want to break a starter off in the engine block. That turns into another hour or 2. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. 1. There's one here to hold it. Then I'll pop these 2 out. Pop this one out. And then there's only one bolt hole in it, so I'll line it up. I'll take it off, and then Jordan can see which way it sits. So he knows to put this new fitting on the new exhaust. So what we can do is throw this stuff off the boat Or I could put it down. Cool. Jordan will clean all that out. We could throw this on the ground. Take some pictures for the client. This is aftermarket exhaust. We're gonna put factory in. So this side's all unbolted, everything's unbolted. So I'm gonna take the two sides off. Yeah, I'm gonna take this side off and I'll take the opposite side off. Try your best not to dirty up the boot. Alright, that one's frozen, might not come off. Alright. I hope it came with new hard. It came with new bolts?
Yeah.
Long ones?
Yeah.
Alright. This one's frozen. So I'm gonna have to take this thing off like a Christmas tree. Unless you get me the big ratchet that could snap off. Then we ain't gotta carry it as everything. I think I could break it.
Which one?
Alright. It's broken. All good. Oh, you know what? I'll unbolt the manifold and then it'll come right on. Just twist it and it'll come right out. Just this hers was stuck, so I need to get it off. Little pick. There's just not a lot of space to grab it. Well, do not always follow what someone out there. These are aftermarket exhausts, and I realize they put the exhaust in the wrong spot. Yeah. They put the restricted plate on the bottom and the open plate on the top, and it's asking for the restricted plate and the hull facing towards the front, and the open plate to the bottom. If you look, they also the other engine, they did it backwards on the other engine. They put the turbulator plate on the bottom and the other one on the top. They mixed the gaskets all around if you really look at it compared to this side. So they did the gaskets completely different. So don't follow what anyone else does. Always follow directions and yeah, do it the right way. Otherwise, you follow someone else, you could do it wrong like they did. And that's probably why this engine ran super cool, the guy said. Like, it's running at 100 degrees, I believe he said. I already cracked them all free. Oh man, I hate when that happens. That'll be fun. Look at that exhaust. Leaking for a long time, baby. And look, water's been getting into this engine. If you look, water's been getting into this engine. Look, it's wet. Thank God he changed this. He'd have been in trouble. He'd have lost his engine. If you look at that, if you look at this, Look down in this hill, water's getting into the motor. Not supposed to look there, that's supposed to be straight. Yep, you see that? Water was getting into this engine. Reason I told him to change it a few months ago. He wanted to wait, trip to Europe. Yep. Trip to Europe, of course, you're a long block. We're gonna clean all that out with some spray, some rags, some lubricant in there. Let me get a rag. You don't want that moisture getting inside. Look how wet it is. So much water in there. Lots of water in there. I could feel it all on the valve. Soaked. There's some new plugs in this engine too. So the client. Enough. Play it cool. Little scrapey dapey. Let me go like a yo-yo. What's the heaven now? Play it cool. Nice and clean. Here's this side ready. I'm gonna pop it on. Walk around. Yeah, you know. What I do is I'll pop one bolt in. Find the hill. I'll pop one bolt in. I usually have the ratchet next to me. Make it easier. So you pop that one in. Alright, couple threads. Hold it. Where's the gasket?
Right there, right on that.
Oh, this one, they usually have a slit in it. At least the aftermarket one did just now. So get that out the way. What I'll do here is I'll pop this one in. I line it up to the hood on there. I don't know if the camera's catching it perfect, but. So I pop it down like this, slip it in between the head, and I'll rise it up a little bit, and it lines it up to that thread, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 threads. Then I'll remove this one out. And I'll hold the gasket and I'll line it up, it all lined up. Pop it right back into place, that easy. See. Then you grab these ones one at a time. You peek behind the head. Alright, that one lined up. See? You come here, do the same thing over and over again. That's straightforward there. And same as this one, all the screws are lined up. The turbulator gasket completely corroded away here, and this gasket's supposed to be on the top, not the bottom. So thank God we're doing this. Everything was done wrong and aftermarket. Got that one on. Hard to film and need to save some battery life, but I'm gonna take this exhaust off now. This one I can't use the impact. I'm gonna do it all manually. This one's actually loose. That one you can't even get to the bolts. Might have to move the hatch out the way. Well, use a short 9/16 or 14. Yeah, let's let me see that paper. The last mechanics put them backwards. They put the hole at the bottom and the open at the top. So I'm gonna put it right. It's never good in art class. More Jordan show up here. But I'll get it done. And what I would do is I put this one on. Whoa, almost slipped. I'll put that on, let it sit for a second. So the crooked is fine. Then I will get the riser. Where's the, let me get a clean rig. Huh? Front. And you can poke this where it needs to go. That goes like that. All that could get straightened up in a second. Then you paint this. It says this goes towards the fitting in the front. A little excessive. I need to put so much. Gully, 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 gully. Money, money. And it'll be away. You drop it right there. Let it sit for a second. Grab the hardware. I even put a little bit of liquid on the hardware. Put a little bit of seal in here. Make sure it's all clean. It's all clean. Boom, boom, boom. You grab a screw. You make sure that's lined up right. It is. The gaskets are facing the right way. You pop it in. Twist it. And you line it up. It should fall right into place. God willing. Look for the ratchet. The big ratchets up here. Yep. Make sure they're all tight. I do all these by hand. I don't do this with a tool. Don't want to mess anything up. Expensive parts. Make sure they're all lined up. The liquid kind of helps it go in smoothly. Otherwise, like, it's just dry. It has Loctite already on the bolts. So, to me, the liquid helps a lot. Otherwise, it's harder to screw it in. At least put some grease or something on there. But you want these bolts to seal anyway, and no water will ever get in there if it's a leak, so then they'll come off. I shouldn't have to change these for fun. I'll do everything but the clamps. We'll run, get lunch. We'll put the other exhaust on. And we'll grab all the new clamps from the hardware store, just to be safe. And then after you tighten these, say they're all the way snug, run the engine to operating temperature and give them like half a turn again. Make sure they're really tight. Alright, grab my tools. Be this clamp. Yeah, we're gonna change these though. I gotta change that. I don't think it makes sense putting it on, to be honest. Because all the clamps on the bottom too rusted out, I'm pretty sure. Just change all of them. There's that one. Tucked it away. It should be under here somewhere. Yeah, that was that clamp. And then it's another one here. Yeah, we'll get all new clamps. It's not worth it. Clamp brake. To spending 8 grand, they won't be too happy, right? Maybe 9 grand, whatever it is. Yeah, so now I get to this one and clean this up. Tight fit too. Fuck, I don't want nothing falling there. Alright, that could spin like that. Where's that ratchet? There it is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just enough. Hey, look, new gasket goes 2 this way and 1 down there. This one's a little harder. Where did I put these screws? I'm missing 1 screw. I don't know where I put it. Alright, I'm gonna put this one in actually first. It'll be easy to line the gasket up the other way. Alright. So you look. Pop the screw through. I don't know if you guys can see. Line it up in the hill. Pop the gasket on. So it could go, yep. Look. This one's lined up. This middle one's not. Because I need to take the, that's enough. That's like 6 turns. Now what I'll do is, I'll put the other screw back in. That should be enough. I take my screws, 1 screw here, and then I can see right here in this crack lined up in that screw. See the gasket's all sitting nice. You just tighten it all up.
she's starting. So now what you do is you run the engines to operating temperatures, and I need to tighten that belt up. It's got a little squeak to it, but run the engines to operating temperatures and retighten all the exhaust bolts while it's hot, and just give it like another half a turn on each bolt, and yeah, that's it. Pumping good? Woo! All right. All in a day's work, baby. All in a day's work. Probably take a while to get warm. But yeah. Just need to tighten that belt up. Got a little squeak to it. Yeah, buddy. There you go. Nasty boat. And we done. Exhaust manifolds, risers, new thermostat housing. And we're done. 34 Sea Ray Sundancer in Miami. These guys just overheated the jet ski running it without water. Just showed them how to run it and start it with water. Gotta help people when it's needed, right? I'm gonna seize the brand new jet ski. And that's it for today.